comma rules. في ال SAT وال SAT وال ACT بيحبوا قوي ال tricky questions around comma rules. هما 8 comma rules. We're going to cover them real quick and then you're going to be all set. Use a comma for coordinating conjunction. زي ما خدنا في الابيسود بتاعت ال sentence structure. خدنا في ال compound sentence two independent clause connected by comma coordinating conjunction. That's clear. لو انت مش عارف فين ال sentence structure episode هتلاقيها up link. Okay. For example, let's go home now, comma, and then we can make some dinner. Another example. I'm a little taller, comma, so it will be easier for me to reach out for the jar or to reach that jar. Okay. To set off introductory words, phrase, or clause. The complementary phrase, those are introductory phrases just to introduce the sentence. Introduce maybe the setting, the time, when was the verb happening, when was the sentence taking place. Let's take an example. Next Friday, comma, the committee will meet to discuss the proposal. Full stop. But next Friday, comma. Don't forget this. It'll come a lot. Once upon a time, comma, there was a brave young girl who lived with her brother in a forest. Or another example. Well, comma, it looks like we all be staying home after all. Now another one which is a complex sentence, also the complex sentence in the sentence structure, it goes like following. Since it's going to rain, comma, we should bring our boots. Clear? Let's take the third rule. Okay, what do we have here? To set off a direct address, when you call someone by the name, Sammy, comma, please put your toys away now. Direct address. Or when you're talking to someone, you know, comma, Helen, comma, a name. This is the best apple pie I've ever tasted. Another one, interjection. Goodness gracious, comma, that's a fancy car. So don't forget, interjection. Transitional phrase. There was, comma, however, comma, one catch. There was, however, one catch. Another one of a transitional phrase. Seahorses, for example, are unusual in that the males carry the eggs. Clear? Let's take the fourth rule. Rule number 4. Between two modifiers that could be replaced by and. When to put a comma between two adjectives or two modifiers that could be separated by and. Give me an example. The cheetah is a fast, comma, dangerous animal. Is the cheetah fast? Correct. Is it dangerous? Correct. So each adjective alone modify the cheetah. That's a rule that you need to understand. Can I put a comma between them? Yes, because can I say the cheetah is fast? I can. Can I say the cheetah is dangerous? I can. So put a comma. The slow, steady rocking of the train put the baby to sleep. Is it a slow rocking? Yep. Is it a steady rocking? Absolutely so. Put a comma. But let's see an incorrect version. Denny's old stamp collection is priceless? That doesn't make sense. Can I say Denny's old collection? I'm not describing the collection. I'm describing the stamp collection. Can I say Denny's stamp collection? Well, yes, you can, but it's no longer old. So you cannot put an old, comma, stamp collection. It is, so the correct form of it is Denny's old stamp collection is priceless without a comma. You cannot put and between old and stamp. Old describes stamp and stamp modifies collection. Take care. To set off information that is relevant but not essential. Number 5. So it is relevant information and not essential, separated by comma. If you want to remember the episode for essential and non-essential clause, we have discussed it right here in this link. Let's see an example together. The children, exhausted by the trip, went to bed early. Well, do I have to tell you that the children are exhausted by the trip? It's just an extra information. It's not essential. So what does the sentence should read like? The children went to bed early. Non-essential. Another example, many people, such as those who smoke, are at high risk of cancer, such as those who smoke, non-essential. Rule number 6, to separate items in a series. Any series, 3 or more, you should use a comma to separate the items, even a comma before and. Now, I have realized some of the students are confused. Do we have comma before and? Yes, we do. 3 or more. But if it's just 2, Ahmed and Muhammad, we never put a comma. Easy? Rule number 7, to set off most quotations. So most quotations are set off by a comma. Let's say an example. Come on, comma, inside the quotation mark, he said. But take care. If the quotation are several sentences or more, it should be introduced by a colon. Let's take another example of a comma. Immanuel Kant is famous for the words, comma, I think, comma, therefore I am, comma, or full stop. After he ate slice, comma, Jerry said, comma, this is the best pie I've ever tasted. So don't forget, if you want to start a quotation, put a comma. Clear? The final and last rule, number 8, to set off parts of date, numbers, titles, and address. Let's start by the date. She was born on April 30, comma, 2002. So, April 30. After the month, there is the day. After the day, comma, and then the year. Now, numbers. Please print 3,000 copies. Count 3 zeros, put a comma. So it's 3, comma, and then the 3 zeros. Edward Wenner, comma, PhD, has been contracted to write the book to separate the titles. Edward Wenner, comma, before the title. This was today's session, and I hope that this was useful. See you in the next session. Farewell.